You ever just stop and think, what's my take on all this? Yeah, that's real.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm not Dwaran the second. You know how we do this one or another. It's always happening. So it's been a while since I've been here, in which I also looked into something like market lately, and the power of social media, of course. So the most interesting thing is one of the posts that I came across. I'll read. It says that Moto Mouth. The most interesting part is here. Suicide is a man's way of telling God, you can't fire me, I quit. It makes perfect sense that it's a man and not a woman who said this shit, which has since become a very popular quote. For the life of me, I can't put my finger on why men are more likely to commit suicide compared to women. Is it because men are weak and women are strong? Or men have a greater challenge or greater challenges compared to women? Or because men generally don't fear death? Or is it just sheer ignorance on the part of men? By Lavi Rampoman, something like that. I love the guy. His pen game is also quite interesting. So it's something that shook me. I don't know, my ghost, what is my ghost? What? I want to hear your comment on this one. Yeah, and by the way, today I've got my ghost what today, just for a change and for a breeze. I want to hear what you think of that quote. The guy is a good writer, as always in point, and like it's quite like he's got a sharp perspective over quite a few things. I agree with him in a lot of few things, but here is an intriguing post from him. It makes me wonder also, why is it like that? So I'll comment on it. Yeah.
Suicide in men's way. Suicide is men's way of telling God, you can't fire me, I quit.
Yeah.
So it's a popular quote.
Yeah, apparently it became a popular post.
Why men are more likely to commit suicide compared to men? So, according to the stats, men commit more suicide than women.
Yes.
Why?
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 Okay, let's define a strength of a man. What do you think or believe is a strength of a man in such a way? I believe once a man commits suicide, it's because he's defeated in certain ways, emotionally or whatever that is facing. Suicide, it's a big decision, my friend. And mind you, last big decision that you make.
It's the last.
Suicide is the last decision. A big decision in your life. What is it that encourages a man to commit suicide compared to how you feel about suicide right now? It is not surprising that tomorrow we can speak something else. Or even myself, you wake up and find out
like for some people, like in that state in future, yeah, it's stupidity. There's some point there's some point of life maybe for those who just committed something. Maybe if you
like maybe you just met that someone.
Like that state, I can say your feelings are overwhelming and you get lost about
you know, like there is what we call being stripped your dignity. Like if there's one thing that we value most, it's our dignity as a man. Hence we do extensive things in a circumstance where we feel like our dignity has been torn apart. For instance, most men who did the impossibles are those who find out that they women are cheating. Maybe they have raised kids who are not theirs. wabona bakuparisa batch.
Mara when na ko evil that state you cannot just kill yourself. You have to do something.
Dog ball. There is it's you can call it, yes, insanity. But then there is this thing
Coping mechanism.
yeah, your coping mechanism, your tricks that you use to copy and stuff. Maybe there's most, or I would say, not kurijan kumenjan. To back bangwana na batonga raba insult ku stupidity ku tisunga. Eko some people saw it better to kill themselves than to do what they would do if they keep their lives going on. Even laba bangaba wrong or whatever, with whatever the situation that they are in. Want to see? Usibona ku okay. For instance, man, ninungwana mfithu. And what just happened, whatever that happened, like she were in campaign loku ikitu politikin loku kuba var sukumbe wana man wari in.
Don't implicate.
Yeah, on so implicate and ngwana kuna to complication, good people, this is how we live. Mosquitoing and stuff. So implicate and when I go like it's a complicated situation. I feel like maybe it's only me who understand. And maybe a better way for me couldn't be higher than to command the such things happen.
So where you think well you're rather kill yourself for kumbutlaho.
I mean no lavo.
So
Mara I like in one.
What is this?
Man that lava could victimize one processor.
If you can solve the problem, remove the problem.
Good catch. If you can't solve the problem, remove the problem. That's also how I go with it. But then there is also age involved. Maybe if we had better or realistic stats based on age, it plays a role. Most yaba banuna na ba commit suicide. Ela ba banga kuri ba ku ma their prime years, I'll say, evolving from that stage of responsibility, like taking responsibility upon ourselves. There's a lot that complicates us.
Which age?
20s.
20s.
Yeah.
Like the society have to tell youth.
Yeah, ka youth 2030 on to say makumu loko so try ku ba bar maybe 60 something or 50 something in society. There is a lot more involved than himself. It's about the dignity or maybe stopping himself from doing what he would do to others. So, but it becomes unreasonable at the end of the day, because like suicide in fact it's your own solution, but it hurts others. Imagine, first thing first, most people who commit suicide, they don't say why. Some of them, yeah, it was to see the pressure. The people in social media, people are talking in fact. Sympathy. Yeah, like in a situation like my guy there, hey, now you're like 22 years, hi. But then always we move on. In a situation like my guy, we would say, yeah, if I can feel the pressure in myself, I do try to wear his shoes.
There must be that pressure, like it has to see. Why? I saw like baby that has Zuma good me bagoro makaya.
Mara, where do you assume gazi? Ish kamba nung takwin. Ish point line in Balekiri. And Mara, do you think for someone like Daman, it's a reasonable decision if in any case he decides to take his life?
Like taking his life will not take it's a reasonable decision.
No, like not in a manner where he fala kwash endla. Mara look osh endla. Uwana ngari taba kuri situation maybe okay if you were in his shoes. And then you had that chance, would you?
Like it will be some sort of maybe apology or process.
That's the most sincere apology.
Let me at least go with the kids. Because I live like about the kids.
Condolences to the families, guys. We cry with them.
Especially always
Hello, in fact.
Look, like the story will be different.
Yeah, like it will be different.
Very different from
Now it's more like we have divided loyalty like in Bangwana. I feel for the guy in such a way. The reasonable post that I talked about earlier, the guy is simply emphasizing on it was just a normal day for him carrying kids from home to their schools, and somehow after dropping certain kids, Ngari no longer on his side, Banabalet and stuff, and then he saw an opportunity. Exactly, it's like a normal day. You understand? Like there's no need to be harsh on him, because again, let's say at the end of the day, there are reports Banabalet every day. Obviously, man not drive, and then it's another thing. Like there's a lot to deal with in the near future. Obviously, couldn't go to complaints the kids are late. I used to work as an assistant, of course, guys. I mean, we. But then we also had similar complaints that were especially shabut moral. Shalet. One process. What to do? What the driver should do? Banababa absent. But the driver you see where one to see blame and why to see it's something else. But then simply because now lives are lost, we can say whatever that we want. That's when we're at a certain point. I feel for the guy, despite we're in
no demand, the punishment is no longer about what is that's
when we say it's reasonable. It's a reasonable decision now.
At this time, every parent of those kids
they wish
it's a reasonable decision.
Kabo they wish angufa kumbe ngwana ye. That's what they wish, and you wouldn't blame them. They are in pain. Maybe one day they'll find it in their hearts to forgive my G, because I don't suppose it was intentional.
Death is not intentional.
Nah, death is sitting, but time is not. There's a lot. We've lost our loved ones, guys. In like, it's not that we like to pity them and stuff. We also know the pain of losing our loved ones. So, but then suicide by fair too, it still remains. It's still questionable. Hey, there's a lot of things so nice. My lion is even fat, dog. Then I die, guys. I'm more like it. So. Yeah, good people. It was a beautiful talk, and shout out to Lavi, very good writer, and of course, someone who I'd say if he wrote a book, I wouldn't mind buying and reading. Did you see the art there?
Yeah, suicide is nice.
Suicide is not a solution. It's a solution to yourself, but a selfish one. So
sometimes I want to be accountable.
You need motivation. You need Christ. Whatever you think it will help you, or what works for you, of course. So we have to do something about these suicides and stuff. Not only because of men and stuff, but in overall, suicide is unreasonable, and that's what caught me for the previous few days while I was on my social medias and stuff like that, and realized. Man. Hey, that's the thing. You are quiet wherever you are, even if you no longer exist. At the end of the day, and the pain lives in our mind. As much as we remember you, we'll miss you. Guys, I'm tired. This is me, guys. So Dwaran the second. You know how we do this. One or another is always happening. I'll see you when you see me. And we also have a few projects coming up this coming season. Hopefully I'll see you there as much as always as you show up, and I really appreciate that. Do also check us on our Spotify. We are actually back, not going to be back. We are actually back on Spotify doing what we do, what we are known for. And of course, thank you for your support. Thank you for your subscription. If you haven't subscribed and you don't know who I am and want to know who I am, you know what to do. Hit the like button, hit share, hit subscribe. Go through my previous videos. You'll understand why are we doing this, and we'll keep on doing this because it's always happening one way or another. Good people, as I've said, a few projects coming our way. Hasta la vista. 20 minutes. I have it in my blood.